What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tiger T. I am Tyler, and today I'm watching more Meat Canyon. We're doing a new one, a relatively new one, a Regrettable Pawn Stars cartoon. So yeah, I've watched some Meat Canyon before. Kind of already know. I have some guesses on where this is gonna go, but it's Pawn Stars. I watched Pawn Stars a lot when I was younger. Maybe in like middle school or something like that. Pawn Stars is one of those shows that just throw on Pawn Stars, man. Good to see some cool old stuff. Good to see them argue about prices and whatever. But yeah, we're gonna watch a cartoon about that. Make sure to watch more Meat Canyon stuff, and let's do it. Let's do it, man.
What do we have here?
I have Jesus Christ, the Son of God, or the Messiah, whatever you want to call it.
What?
Jesus was the Son of God. I mean, this guy was a big deal. Is he still operational, or I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, he is.
Okay, well let me stab him.
Oh my God.
One more time. How about one more time?
Oh no.
Wow, how cool. Now, let me ask, how much are you trying to get for this thing?
You know, my wife said it's either me or Jesus that has to go. So I was just
Oh,
wondering,
the little
$2,000 for
Meat
this
Canyon
dude. Keep the wife happy. You know how it is.
History Channel logo. That's cool.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm not sure how to price a man nailed to a piece of plywood. So
You know what?
let me
That's
call my
fair.
buddy. He's an expert on this stuff.
That always
And he can
happens
help
too.
gauge what something like this might be
Every
worth.
Pawn Stars
Sure, no
episode is
problem.
like, I
Now,
got a
this
guy.
Is a sweet find.
I
But
got an
just want to be
expert.
sure that buying this emaciated Jew isn't going to just end up being
Jesus.
a decoration in my shop.
Oh, there's always the light on him. That's cool.
Thanks for coming in. So,
Sir,
what can you tell me about this guy? I
Sir,
mean,
help me.
is this the real Jesus
I
Christ?
mean-
sir.
Oh yes, Jesus Christ is the shepherd, the Son of
And they have
God.
like the stupid
You can
facts
tell
there
by his
too.
scraggly beard and crown of thorns that this is a tortured man.
Oh, sir, I'm in
The
trouble.
way the nails
I'm in
are
trouble.
hammered into his wrist clearly show that
Don't
this
touch
is
it.
the real guy.
Oh, don't touch it.
We have paintings of Jesus with nails through his hands,
Oh, God,
but
please.
it was in fact his wrist.
Oh, Jesus
In my
Christ.
professional opinion, this is the creature that has magical abilities.
Sir, please help.
He is neither man nor monster.
Oh, no,
He
please
is the
help me,
one
sir.
and only God.
Where
Jeez, okay.
where did we
Sorry
find
if you're
him?
moved or something. So, in your opinion, what's this thing worth?
Sir,
In my professional
take me
opinion,
away from here.
this thing is rare.
Take me
I
away
mean,
from here, sir.
Jesus is a big guy. People are waiting for this guy to come back, and I guess we know where he's been. So I would say $7 trillion. Okay, thank you, sir.
7 trillion.
So, given that you heard this thing's worth $7 trillion, what's the
Don't
best
sell
you can
me.
do for me?
Don't sell me.
Well,
Don't sell me.
considering the information that I
Don't
learned,
sell me.
I think $3 trillion is more than fair.
It's not. It's not.
Man, I don't know. I just don't know if this is gonna sell. I could do about $400.
Oh, my God.
400 is
Did
crazy.
you do like
Daddy, help me.
500 billion?
I could do about 450.
He
Could you
does do that.
450 for me?
Does be like, ooh, I don't know, man.
The wife will be happy to have this eyesore out of the house, so we have a deal.
Wild.
I'm happy with the amount I was given today. I know it's less than I expected, but I know my wife will be happy to not have that man screaming at all hours of the night anymore.
How much did you
Oh,
expect?
look at me. I'm the son
What
of
is
God.
happening?
Forgive them, Father.
Forgive
They
them,
know not
Father.
what they do. They know not what they do, Father. They know not what they
Thanks for watching the video. Click here to check out my second channel that has more wacky cartoons and silly videos.
This is
Bye-bye.
ridiculous. I gotta check out his second channel too. Yeah, man. Let me know if you want to see me check out his second channel. Cause it looks like there's there's other cartoons there. That's pretty cool. That just don't go on the main channel. That's dope. Interesting episode. You think there's anyone out there that's like super Christian or whatever and like hates this episode? Oh, Meat Canyon just changed or whatever. I don't know. Absolutely ridiculous. Cause I wonder what through Meat Canyon's mind when he thought like, what initiated this idea? Like, was it Pawn Stars? And he was like, oh, I want to do like a Pawn Stars cartoon. I think I can do something funny. You know what I just realized? He came in there asking for $2,000, and then he heard it's worth 7 trillion and was somehow talked down to 450. Wild. I don't even know what I was saying. But yeah, I like, and then did you think, what can I make the Pawn Stars buy? Jesus, who was alive, still tied to the cross, not tied, got rope, nailed to the cross, just pleading for something, some sort of release, whether that be from the cross or just death. I'm sure, just at some point, just kill me, like at some point. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Meat Canyon pretty much captured exactly what a Pawn Stars episode is like, where like, I think his name is Rick, maybe. Rick is always just sitting there, not busy, not doing anything. Comes in, gets this thing. Ooh, not sure, man. Not sure. Let me call an expert. All right, expert tells him $1 billion, and dude's like, I can't take that much. I mean, it's always like the Pawn Stars meme, right? Where it's like, the best I can do is $50. Where it's like super low. Which, I kind of get it, right? Where I'm sure Pawn Stars, if they take something from you, they have to take it at less than what it's worth because they have to sell it. You know what I mean? Like, a Pawn Star isn't going to take $500 for a PS5. You know what I mean? They're just not, because that's what they sell for. I'm not gonna buy it from you for retail. If I have to sell this back to someone, I have to make some money. PS5 maybe not a good example, because while PS5s are a lot easier to get nowadays than they were when they first released. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I mean, while they are a lot easier to get, I'm sure like they would get snatched up pretty quickly. But there are stuff that it might sit on the shelves, especially stuff that's like really niche, right? Where it's like, yeah, it's worth a lot, but it might take a year for me to sell it because I have to get someone in here that's into your thing specifically, But yeah. So good, man. It was great. It still had that like Meat Canyon like uncomfortableness, whereas like the other ones you've watched, it more so borders on like creepy or even like kind of gross. But like this one was more just like uncomfortable. Like, this is just Jesus. Like he just brought Jesus into the pawn shop. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, love it. Meat Canyon style, and like his imagination is always crazy. So yeah, let me know what other Meat Canyon stuff I should check out. Let me know what other animation stuff in general I should check out. Make sure to watch my other reactions, as well as my cartoon season podcast, where I talk about cartoons, movies, anime, anything animated. And yeah, till next time, have a good day and watch more cartoons.